digital quality. Mainly focus on activities. Why does it matter? And how we can do that to reduce footprint, which among computers Senjumba did the bachelor thesis, and the thesis is entitled Locomotion and Get Kinematics of Golden Monkeys, Recorded Activities Candy in Volcanoes National Park. He was also one of the who of the wilderness safari in Musanze, the baseline diversity area, and it is between the Bisatosh and the University of Rwanda. Without further ado, I'd like to
Yeah, well, thank you, Vena, for introducing me. As you said, I'm called Josué Senjumba, a final year student. So we'll be discussing on a topic called digital pollution. It is quite new topic to most of us, but I hope we get some new insight about it. I hope you can see the screen I'm sharing with you. Let me know if you are seeing my slide so we can proceed.
yes, you can see your slides.
Okay, thank you. Let's start. Uh, Digital pollution uh, refers to the waste generated when we are using digital devices like mobile phones, computers, when we are accessing the internet, streaming videos online, liking a post, sending WhatsApp messages, and even when there is manufacturing or the production of those digital devices mentioned. So, digital pollutions can be seen at the point of manufacturing digital devices in fueling them. So when we are using our telephones, our computers, we need to plug them on electricity to fuel them so they may function. So it can also be seen in telecommunication. To link our digital devices requires a lot of energy in terms of electricity, and then electricity is rooted in product is produced by burning fossil fuels and gradually is it comes from non-renewable resources. So our presentation will focus on our side as users, how we are contributing to digital pollution, and what we can do to minimize it, rather than focusing on devices production, the pollution produced or emitted during production. We see how we contribute contribute to digital pollution when we use those digital devices in our daily lives. So let's see internet carbon footprint. There are some facts here. Internet accounts for 7% of global electricity consumption. When we see the electricity consumed globally, the 7% is accounted for internet, only internet usage. When we are browsing videos, when we are making such queries, all of those, when I combine, they consume 7% of global electricity consumption. As we know, we are living under climate change, which is a serious problem to livelihood and the environment, and then it is caused by greenhouse gases emission. A total of 8.8% of greenhouse gases emission is accounted for internet. And then you might ask yourself, why is this important to know that internet carbon footprint is accounting for 3.8% of global greenhouse gases emissions. Since 2010, the number of internet users has doubled. So in 2020, the internet traffic increased by 40%. So this growth was prompted by telecommunicating, sharp demand of video conferencing, online gaming, video streaming, social networking. Yeah, although it is difficult to estimate, these changes did reduce the demand for mobility and corresponding emissions. But what was the environmental footprint from technology itself? We need to know what is the environmental footprint from technology itself. Let's take example for Google carbon footprint. Yeah, in 2018, the Google reported that it emitted 4.9 m of carbon dioxide, one of major greenhouse gases, and then consumed 10 terawatt per hour in that year. You can wonder, when you send one email, when you do such query, how do you emit? How do I emit? For one such query, emit around 1.5 gram of carbon dioxide. And then for one email, all one WhatsApp messages, sending one WhatsApp messages caused 4 grams of carbon dioxide. It may differ depending on the weight of the email. As the attachment grows, enlarged, it emits much more carbon dioxide. And then how it does, we will see the linkage of digital services, demand, and environmental pollution in the next slide. But here is a figure showing a minute on the internet in 2020. Here in 60 seconds, as reported by Statistica, they shows how, for example, here, 500 hours of videos are uploaded by users on YouTube. And then video streaming is one of the most emitting carbon dioxide. When we see for WhatsApp messages sent in a minute, according to Statistica in 2020, 41.7 millions of messages are being shared in 1 minute. Here we also see on how it is on Twitter, application installations, packages shipped, and other stories on Instagrams. So you see, there are a large amount of information are being created on internet in a minute. So imagine how many messages do you receive per day? Either WhatsApp messages, emails. They are a lot in number. So when you produce one email, you send one email, you emit 4, then multiplied by the number of emails you receive or you create, or listen. See for such queries. Let us see the linkage. Let us see the linkage of digital services demand and environmental pollution. Here we see that the human population grows day by day. And then it leads to higher demand of digital services. We see cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, their production requires a lot of energy. We see autonomous driving, electrical vehicles. We are moving to more digital cars. We are digitizing or electrifying other sectors to make it more cleaner. But we will see what it costs for environment. You see, for telecommunication, to link those devices, 5G, it requires to build other data centers which also require higher amount of electricity, higher needing other hardwares to process our information. So let's see for social networking, video streaming, etc. And the virtual world. All those are combined in digital services. So digital services, their demand also linked to digital devices. The digital services cannot be feasible once we don't have digital devices. So those digital devices will lead to energy demand, either in their production, second, in their functioning. We demand energy. So when we see large amount of electricity produced globally depends on non-renewable energies like coals and gases, which including burning fossil fuels. To burn those fossil fuels emit greenhouse gases on higher rate. So reading also to climate change, and then those digital devices produced on large quantity as the number of people wanting to use them are increasing, leads to e-waste. Those e-waste leads to pollution. Let's take an example. In 2019, a record of 53.6 million metric tons of e-waste was produced, and only 17% of e-waste was officially documented as formally collected and recycled. Only 78 countries have e-waste registration. Nowadays, e-waste that is deposited in landfills contaminates soil and groundwater, and putting food system in dangers or at risk. Here, those statistics were gathered by UNF in their report about footprint of digitizing. So you see how large amount of e-waste are generated. But recycling and the proper disposition is still at low level. That increases the risk of environment as they contaminate water, it reduces water quality. Landfills, which also emit their deposition, emitting the methane gases, leading also to climate change. Then overall, those climate change impact human health and environment in general. And biodiversity in general. So, you may wonder what you will do. So, you and I are we are the part of for this.
Did you finish, Josue? I'm not sure, but yeah, we are up to because I may have little internet. Can you all hear me? Okay, do you know
Yes,
if
please.
Josue,
Yes, we are hearing you.
completed? Maybe. Yeah. Thank you very much,
Maybe.
Josue. That was a great talk with our solitary new topic. Maybe it needs more diving to research about it and know more about it and what we can do about it. But the most important information have has already has been provided by you in this talk already, and it's up to us to act responsibly. Generally, what I have got from your talk is that every time we send an email message or WhatsApp message or just use the internet, we are emitting carbon dioxide from that, which is translated as digital pollution. And now, what we need is to reduce the screen time if possible, and also make sure that we are using proper disposals of e-wastes. I'd like to know if any one of you has got a question or a comment. You can unmute yourself or write in the chat room. Then Josue will be happy to respond to your questions.
Hello. Do you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, thank you for this awareness and skills. We have got a lot from this seminar. I would like to thank you, Josue, for this preparing of how our daily activities can pollute our environment through digitals. Even the message you have sent, the email we sent, everything we've done through digitals. This now I know it can harm the environment. I would like to thank Josue on that. Thank you and keep it up.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anyone else? And maybe you can know from this presentation about why your phone consumes a lot of electricity when you are connected on the internet. Personally, I can testify that because when I am not using WhatsApp or internet in general, my phone can last like 36 hours without charging. But when I am connected to the internet, only 10 hours are enough for my battery to go low, which means the internet consumes a lot of electricity than normal digital activities. Yeah, is there anyone else who has a question or comment here?
We thank you for your presentation. You did it well.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello, Annie.
Yeah, I would like to know whether there are international measures that have been taken to reduce this digital pollution, because this is not an issue for one nation. I think it's international or worldwide issue. So, are there measures or international?
Can you mute your microphone, Josue? We'll give you the space to speak. Yes. Can you continue, Anne?
Yeah, I was just asking whether there are international measures that have been taken to reduce this digital pollution, because it's not for one nation, it's worldwide issues. Thank you.
Yes. Great question. Can you respond to that, Josue? Do you know something about it? Josue, are you alive?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I think other people as well.
Can hear you.
Yeah, yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Anne, for great question. Okay, thank you for great question. For international, there are some regulations. There are regulations. But they are restricted on industries. For the in the those internet services companies like Google, Amazon, they invest in moving toward to greener sustainable use of their source of energy, like using solar, renewable energy,